Hello friends, today we are going to configure a VLANs and trunk link. Okay, let's get started. So let me explain before starting it. I'm taking 4 PCs here, PC1, PC2, PC3 and PC4 and 2 switches, switch 1 and switch 2. Okay, so PC1 is connected to fast Ethernet 0/2 on switch 1 and PC2 is connected fast Ethernet 0/3 on switch 1. Okay, similarly PC3 is connected to fast Ethernet 0/2 on switch 2 and PC4 is connected to fast Ethernet 0/3 on switch 2. And these ports fast Ethernet 0/2 which is connected to PC1, we are going to configure it in VLAN 2, and fast Ethernet 0/3 which is connected to PC2, we are going to configure this in VLAN 3. Similarly, here also VLAN 2, VLAN 3 we configured for different ports. Fast Ethernet 0/2 in VLAN 2 which is connected to PC3, and fast Ethernet 0/3 we're going to configure in VLAN 3 which is connected to PC4. And on switch 1 fast Ethernet 0/1, on switch 2 fast Ethernet 0/1, these are interconnected the cable, and we are going to configure these ports or a trunk link, because only trunk link pass the multiple VLANs, and these are all considered as access links, access ports. By default all ports are in access ports, so we no need to configure again. So even we configure that is not an issue, but by default all are in access port mode only. Okay, so let's verify the PC's configuration first. So already I configured IP address and all. So let me show you 192.168.1.1 for this one, PC1 I configured it, and let me take PC2 and PC2 configuration 172.17.1.1, this is the one, and let me take PC3, and this is also 192.168.1.2. so these both are, I'm taking these two are in same network, so these two are in same network. Similarly I am taking other PCs, other two PCs are same network, like this one and this two. So we have verified up to here. This is the configuration for PC3, and let me verify PC4 configuration. So now 172.17.1.2, this is the configuration. So let's jump into switches configuration now. I'm taking switch 1. Just let me show you the things. Let me change this name as a switch 1. Sorry, host name, switch 1. Okay, so and let me change this switch 2 name as switch 2. Enable config terminal, host name, switch 2. Okay, so now it is clear, right? It is a switch 1 and this is switch 2 CLI. Okay, so let me jump into switch 1 configuration now. So before configuring the VLANs, let me verify ports. Show interface brief or show interfaces. Show IP interface brief. Here you can verify fast Ethernet 0/1, 0/2, 0/3. These they are up and connected to these PCs. Okay, and let me verify the VLANs information here. Show VLAN brief. If you check this VLANs configuration, so you can clearly see by default all the ports are in VLAN 1. This is the default VLAN, we call it as. Okay, this is the default VLAN and all the ports are in VLAN 1 only, 0/1, 0/2, 0/3, and there are other default VLANs also. So there is a VLAN 1 and there is no VLAN 2 and 3. So let me configure VLAN 2 and VLAN 3, and we'll assign these ports accordingly. Okay, so let me configure that for you. config terminal. So we have to create the VLANs first. Just give the command VLAN 2. This is the VLAN ID we have to give. If you give question mark, it shows VLAN IDs. VLAN IDs we can take in this range here. Okay. So let me take VLAN 2 as a VLAN ID, and let me give this as a VLAN name as dev VLAN. Okay. So let me verify either VLAN created or not. Show VLAN brief. See here. So VLAN 2 is created now. It is dev VLAN. Okay. So let me configure this port. Let me assign this port to VLAN 2. Let's assign this one now. Config T, nothing but config terminal. So we need to go to interface mode first. Interface fast Ethernet 0/2. Enter, and switch port VLAN switch port. Actually there are switch port modes are there, right? So I told you, so access port mode, and trunk mode. Okay, let me show you that. So let me go to interface mode. Let me go to config T and interface fast Ethernet 0/2. So switch port mode access. By default it is in access mode only. Either we can configure it as access again, or we can configure simply we can assign this to VLAN 2. So let me configure this as access port in this case. Just you have to modify this to access port. Just click on type switch port mode access. Okay, switch port access, and we have to enter VLAN ID. This is the VLAN 2. So let's verify either it is in VLAN 2 or not. Show VLAN brief. Here is the thing. So fast Ethernet 0/2 is got assigned to VLAN 2 now. Okay. So show interface fast Ethernet 0/2. Just verify this configuration now. It is up now. Okay, everything is up now, and status is good. It is showing as connected. Okay, so no worries in this one. So show run interface, we can verify in this phase also. Show running configuration in fast Ethernet 0/2. Okay, so it's not taking. Show interface fast Ethernet 0/2. Enter. So here is the show running configuration. So just show running configuration. Here also you can see switch port mode access we configured, and it is in VLAN 2. Okay, so similar way let's configure other port in VLAN 3. Okay, and just create a VLAN 3 now. Configure terminal VLAN 3. Enter, and just name prod. Okay, nothing but production. Let me give this for you. Okay, and let's check now. Show VLAN brief. Yes, it got created now. Okay, VLAN 3 is created, and nothing is assigned to VLAN 3 now. And previously we configured VLAN 2, and port fast Ethernet 0/2 is assigned to dev 1, this one. So let me assign this fast Ethernet 0/3, nothing but this port, okay, which is connected to PC2. I'm going to assign this port to production VLAN, nothing but VLAN 3. Config T interface fast Ethernet 0/3. Okay, I told you, right, like we no need to configure separately as a access port. By default all the ports are in access port only. So in previous port we configured it as a access port manually. So let's verify without configuring it as a access port. Okay, switch port access VLAN 3, just okay. VLAN 3, enter. That's it. Okay, let me verify the configuration now. Show VLAN brief, just verify it. Okay, so it moved to VLAN 3 now. Okay, let's verify the running configuration, how it is showing. See here, it is showing as particularly it is showing as a switch port mode access, and but here it is not showing as a access port, but all the ports are in access VLAN only. No need to worry about this term. Okay, so if you would like to configure it, we can configure manually it as a access port. For trunk port particularly, we should mention this as a trunk port. So as of now, we configured VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. So, and PC's configuration is also done. Now let's jump into switch 2 and configure the similar way, VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. Okay, it is switch 2 now. So just maximize it. Let me maximize it. Oh, sorry, it is taking. Okay, so let's configure it. Before configuring, let's verify the configuration. Okay, so here only default VLAN is there and no other VLANs. Okay, let me configure two VLANs and assign these port 2 and 3 accordingly. Okay, config T, VLAN 2, name, dev, exit, VLAN 3, name, prod. Okay, and let me verify the configuration now. So okay, now two VLANs got created, but nothing is assigned to these VLANs. Okay, so let's move these two ports to VLAN 2 and 3. So config terminal, interface, fast ethernet 0/2, switch port, access, VLAN 2. Okay, and we can directly jump into other port also from here, but it is not taking for some reasons. Oh, okay, interface fast ethernet 0/3, we have to enter. That's it. And the switch port, access, VLAN 3. Okay, so let's verify the VLAN information now. Got it. So VLAN 2, I mean 2 and 3 got created, and we assigned these ports to VLANs accordingly. So now let's see either PC1 is communicating to PC2 or not. Okay, it will not communicate, that we know, because this port by default in VLAN 1. Okay, these two are in VLAN 1, but we configured these ports are in VLAN 2. So these VLAN information, I mean, which are packing to packets trying to communicate this PC, it will not pass through other VLANs. So this link will not pass the other VLANs information unless until we configure it as a trunk port. But before configuring that, let's check either it is pinging to PC2 or not. Okay, just we are cross checking it. So command prompt. So this is previously configured it, sorry. Okay, let's do it. Ping 192.168.1.2. okay, it is not reaching now. So similarly, let me verify from here to PC1, I mean PC2 to PC1 also, PC3 to 192.168.1.1. it is not pinging, right? Even from these two PCs, PC2 and PC4, are same VLAN. So let's cross check this one also. Ping 172.17.1.2. It's not pinging, right? Okay, let me jump into this PC now and let's verify the configuration. Okay, it is okay, it is not pinging. So that's it. So let's configure this as a trunk port, and we'll see the same communication. Okay, and I'm in switch 1 now. Let me configure it. So let's go to fast ethernet 0/1 config t interface fast ethernet 0/1 switch port mode trunk. That's it. It is down, you can see that, and it will up again. Okay, and similar way we'll configure other port on switch 2. Config terminal interface fast ethernet 0/1 switch port mode trunk. That's it. Okay, let's verify the VLAN configuration of any changes. Yes, there is no port 1 also. We cannot see port 1 in any other VLANs because we configure it as a trunk port. It will not show here because it will pass all the VLANs through those links. Okay, so we can verify show interface trunk. This is a trunk port fast ethernet 0/1 and it VLANs allowed, all VLANs are allowed, and active VLANs. This is the active VLANs information 1, 2, 3. So you can see VLAN 2, 3 we configured, but why it is chosen VLAN 1? Because VLAN 1 is called as a native VLAN. So for native VLAN there is no tagging. For 2 and 3 there will be a tagging. So totally it will pass 3 VLANs. Okay, that is the thing. It is in switch 2 we verified by giving this command. Let's jump into switch 1 and verify the command configuration again. Show VLAN brief. There is no port 1, and show interface trunk. Here is the port 1 now. Okay, by default it allowed all the ports, all the VLANs, and 1, 2, 3 are active VLANs. Okay, this is the native VLAN is 1 now. Okay, now let's verify the communication from PC1. So let's click on up arrow, enter. See, now it is communicating. So from PC1 to PC3 it is communicating, and from PC2 to PC4 it is communicating, and let me try from PC3 to PC1. It is communicating. Everything seems good now, and from PC4 to PC2 it is communicating. So everything seems good. Now let's do one thing. So from PC1 to PC2, will it communicate? Let's test it now. Ping 172.17.1.1. No, because both are in different VLANs, it will not communicate without any routing. So this is not communicating. Let me test it for PC2, PC4, sorry. So it is also not communicating. So inter VLAN communication is not happening here, only within the VLANs but in different switches. So the communication is passing from here to this one. Both are in VLAN 2 and same subnet. So these two are communicating and these two are communicating separately. Okay, so it is nothing but a separate segmentation, like a separate switch. Yeah, it's considered as a separate switch. So these two VLANs, VLAN 2, VLAN 2 considered as in separate switch, VLAN 3 and VLAN 3, these two are in separate switch. It will work like that because broadcast happen within the VLAN only. So if any PC communicating within these two VLANs, so if any broadcast packet it comes, so it will spread across, or I mean VLAN 2 only. Like that it works. And trunk link it is used to pass the multiple VLANs traffic. This is the main concept here. So in further lectures, we'll see how to configure, I mean, inter-VLAN communication. For example, VLAN 2 to VLAN 3. So from PC 1 to PC 3, how we can make it possible, the communication, how we can configure it. There are several ways. So we'll check this in next video. Okay, thank you.